Guess where? Yes, Monte Carlo, a small principality in the Stirling area.
Good afternoon from Monte Carlo in glorious weather.
Monte Carlo, playground for the rich and famous, historically the most glamorous place on the planet, and once a year it plays host to a sporting spectacle.
It's probably the premier Grand Prix, the best race in Europe to win.
A throwback to a bygone era when man and machine raced not around tracks, but through the streets.
It is one of the most demanding circuits certainly of its type in the world.
It's a contest that has spawned many a great champion, and their insight into how to tackle this track remains as relevant now as it's always been.
If you can be first away, this is a big advantage.
Engines, qualities, go, go, go!
Graham Hill, how does this race compare with others in the World Championship?
It's definitely one of the toughest. The nature of the circuit is such that you require tremendous concentration.
Jackie, why do you think Monaco is so unique?
It's the sort of racetrack that seldom does the fastest car win. There's a very high mortality rate in vehicles here, so it's a question of the car that finishes.
In the smooth, slick world of F1 circuits, this is the bumpiest and the slowest, although that dilutes none of the drama.
I mean, look at the crowd going absolutely mad.
We usually see our fair share of incidents here, don't we?
Once the race starts, it seems to be more of a distraction derby.
It's so demanding here, Graham. How often do you actually change gear, do you think?
We're probably changing gear about 16 times a lap. Apart from changing gear, we've got to conduct ourselves in the car around the circuit in a proper fashion and eyeball all the corners.
Chris, how should a driver approach a race like this?
If you go flat out here, the chances of finishing are fairly remote because it's so hard on cars.
Overtaking prospects, low. Tyre and brake wear, high. Downforce levels, very high.
He's right on his tail.
So why is overtaking so difficult here then, Jack?
The cars are getting so wide now, it's very difficult to get past, and if you're in traffic, you've rather got to wait for someone to make a mistake before you can nip through.
The tunnel, Mirabeau, up and down the streets of Monte Carlo, in and out of Le Condamine, Monaco, still the most glamorous race in the world. So what does it really mean to win here?
To win at Monaco, it's the most beautiful thing that can happen.
And Graham, one final thought from you. Brawn are desperate to remain the team to beat. Do you think their first Monaco win could come today?
They seem to have got quite a bit of power, and looking at the rear end of their car, they've made quite a lot of improvements. And I would say, with the drivers that they've got, they're going to be quite a threat.
Gentlemen, great to see you all again, and enjoy the 2009 Monaco Grand Prix. Thank you very much.
Well, the names Hill and Stewart may hark back to a golden age of motor racing, and although the drivers will be wrestling their cars around Mirabeau, through the tunnel and past the harbour behind me today, just like their predecessors did, this is 2009, and Formula One remains as dramatic, as exciting and as unpredictable as ever.